After knowing about the features of social stratification, the next concept what we have to know about here is the concept of untouchability. In previous years, more questions have been asked about the concept of untouchability. What is this untouchability? Untouchability means treating of the high caste people with the low caste as untouchables. Here, this is based upon the Varna system in our Indian society. The basis of untouchability is a Varna system. Means our Indian society is was divided into various castes. Those are here Brahmins. Here their work was considered as getting education as well as dealing with the religious matters. That is the work of Brahmins. And next were the Kshatriyas. These Kshatriyas were expected to, that is considered as warriors as well as they are having the responsibility of administration. And even the next is Vaishyas. These Vaishyas were considered as the persons to carry the business. And the fourth were Shudras. They are considered to serve all the other caste and they are responsible for manual work. This is the Varna system what we find in our Indian society. And along with these four castes, a fifth caste was there, and that fifth caste is called as untouchables. Fifth caste is untouchables. These people were treated very inhumanly. There was a respect for the animals, but there was no respect for these untouchables in the society. And it is their conditions were because of the sacred ideas of the religion. The sacred ideas were responsible for their low position, the untouchables' low position in the society. And here these untouchables were exploited and discriminated in Indian society for a very long time, and for various centuries also they were exploited. And for them in 1935 a separate name was given for them by the British government. They were considered as SC and ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. The name was given for them, these untouchables here in 1935. And next here we have to know here the views of some important persons regarding the untouchability. First, if you want to know about Ambedkar's view, what he says, he give one of important dictum. What he says that the untouchables were kept out of the village, whether they themselves went out of the village, or they were driven out of the village, or they came from other side and lived out of the village. That's why it shows that how they were treated. Ambedkar want to say that they were totally exploited and discriminated because they were not allowed in the village also. It is according to Ambedkar. And here next is the view of Gandhi. What he says, the Gandhi view on this person, that is untouchability. What he says that it is a heinous expression, very cruel expression. Untouchability is a heinous expression towards humanity. And he also says that it is a leprosy. It is a leprosy on Hindu skin, and it is a stigma. It is a disease upon the that is the Hinduism. What this Gandhi says about the untouchability means it is a problem. And here this untouchability is having various effects. What are the effects? Already we came to know about untouchability means the treatment of high caste people with the low caste people, and they are totally considered as a low one. And here we have to know about what are the problems of this Untouchability leads to which problems? After knowing about the meaning of untouchability, let us try to know about the problems of untouchability. The untouchability lead to various problems. Number one is the lowest position. Lowest position in society. The untouchables are given very less position in the society and they are treated very low. And here there are various instances, particularly according to Manusmriti. What this Manusmriti says that if a high caste people, if a touchable come into contact with a untouchable, he has to go through the purification, that is a process. He has to take a bath, and after taking bath he can get purity, that is according to Manusmriti. And next, according to the Vyagrapada, what it says? It says that a touchable has to keep distance from a untouchable, and he cannot come into contact with a untouchable. If he come into contact, that also spoils his caste as well as his that is a sacredness. It is about the lowest position. And about this one here, now they in the various areas of our India, they were restricted. Particularly if we take into consideration the Malabar means in the Kerala area, they were not allowed to have many kind of facilities. Particularly you are not allowed to wear the footwear also. They had to make the footwear, they prepare that, but they cannot wear. It is also one of the important, that is a kind of exploitation, and they were restricted to take the water from the tanks and well, that is even they were also restricted for various type of work, and they were expected to do some type of jobs, very heinous type of jobs. They had to carry the night soil. They had to carry night soil on their head, and even removing the dead animals. It is their kind of job, very heinous type of job they had to perform. And according to Kuppaswamy also, they were considered as very lowest type of people in the society. It is about the lowest position. And next problem is denial of property rights. According to Dharma Shastras, they cannot purchase property, they cannot own property, and they are not eligible to have any kind of property. It is also denied to them. And next is a denied political participation. Denial of political participation means they are not eligible to run administration, rule the country. Means any kind of political participation was not given to them. In this manner, they were totally exploited in the society, and here because of this reason they were not eligible for any kind of political participation. But they started getting certain kind of rights. They started getting certain rights during the British rule. They got certain rights in the name of SC and ST. Already what I mentioned, in 1935 they used the term SC and ST, and particularly here we have to remember the efforts of a great person by name Ambedkar. Ambedkar is responsible for demanding social justice to the people, and he said everyone should get education, and education is not any one personal right or that is a private right. The education should be a public property. Education, he called education as a public property. Everyone is eligible, everyone should be provided with the education, and for the people of this category he fought, and this person is also responsible for mentioning various important rights of untouchables, and in the Indian Constitution, and he is also a very important architect of Indian Constitution. Because of that reason, we have to remember important contributions of Ambedkar for the removal of untouchability. Next concept and the last concept here, we have to know about the legal provisions for the removal of untouchability. Legal provisions. What are the legal provisions for the against untouchability? We have to know here in the this concept, and very important one also. And according to Article 17 of Indian Constitution, what Article 17 says that? It says that practicing untouchability is a crime. Practicing untouchability is a crime. It is a crime. If anyone is found practicing untouchability, he will be punished. He will be sent to the prison as well as sent to the jail, and also a fine he has to pay. That's why it is considered as a crime one. And later in 1955, here it is a Untouchability Crime Act was passed. Untouchability Crime Act was passed. And next here for the development of these people, here in 1976, in the Civil Rights Act also, their rights are protected, as well as untouchability is also considered as a crime. Many kind of provisions were made. Even reservation is provided for the people for their upliftment. Reservation in the education, as well as even in the political, that is institutions, that may be even from a village panchayat to the Zilla panchayat, and even that is a legislative assembly, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, everywhere their representation is given for them. And it is about the various legal provisions which are given for the upliftment of the people who are considered as untouchables in the past. And I think to some extent I am that is able to reach you with by mentioning the important concepts of this chapter, social stratification. It is very important one for scoring more marks also. And by that is I am going to conclude this chapter. And lastly, I want to say that for my future and coming videos, you have to support me. And if any kind of changes you want, give comment about my videos, as well as like and subscribe my channel. By saying this much, I will conclude my chapter.